You know what I'm hearing? Someone knows at this time that people are looking to you. People are beginning to open up their hearts and their minds, and you're being listened to. You've been so used to people overshadowing you, people discarding your opinions, your truth, even when you showed up for them uncorrupted. You were so used to people pushing you aside and believing whatever lie, whatever that they wanted to believe. Those times are over, and I feel like you've had your head down. You've been so focused on getting over the hump, getting over the individuals that were corrupt in your life, clearing out your baggage, not just from people but also personally. You've been so consumed with that work and so accustomed to people receiving you a particular kind of way because of perhaps a false narrative or whatever the case. You didn't know when the crowd shifted, is what I'm getting. You didn't know when opinions drastically shifted overnight. And someone does, though, because this is somebody who's been keeping tabs on you. They've been keeping a very close eye. They were the ones manipulating the crowd behind closed doors, behind the scene. They were the ones trying to puppet other people. Not only do people see this person for what they are, but in your moment of you being head down working, people have actually flocked to you. People have been wanting to hear from you. They've been wanting to see you show up in the same places that you used to show up. Their hearts are open to you. Their mind is open to you. And at this time, someone is so desperate that I'm getting like spell work of torture, of mental torment being sent out. You know, somebody trying to create chaos around you in your environment specifically, trying to have people around you that are noisy, that are disruptive, that are corrupt in that way, because they know they can't access you anymore. Not only that, but they know people are waiting for you to show up. So they're trying to get you to show up in a way where you're distraught, you're confused, because everybody has their mind and their heart finally open to you. This is what I'm picking up on in the collective. You've won, and you've probably gotten this message more than once, and I'm not the first one to tell you this, but you've won. You've won in such a unanimous way that people don't even know how to approach you. They don't know what to say. They feel like anything they would say to you is too little, too fucking goddamn late. And not only that, but they're watching you very closely, not in a way where they used to scrutinize you, but in a way where they're marveling and they're wanting to honestly like revisit you, re-see you. And someone is trying to send chaos magic. Someone is trying to send environmental magic where stuff around you just breaks, or people around you are loud, noisy, corrupt. You have like just a bunch of fucking hectic energy, or you could even be picking this up in the environment because it's time for you to shift. It's time for you to look up and look around because the crowd has shifted in your favor, and someone is trying to create like this burden for you. They're trying to send out their feeling of doom and dread and make you carry it, because they've been making you carry things that were never yours to carry for such a long time, that now when people want to hold you up, when people want to see you shine, this same individual, for some of you it's multiple people, are sending elemental craft that's supposed to create people that are just noisy around you. That's what I'm getting. I'm getting like noise corruption, like noise pollution, like environmental pollution, where people are just being obnoxious. And it's supposed to like jolt you out of your system of calm. Something about your frequency is terrifying these people at this time. Like there's something in your frequency that's anchoring, that's rooting into your original timeline, that these energies have been trying to fight you over. I'm like, in a very stupid way, because it's like, this is supposed to happen anyway. And because you're rooting down, this is where the environmental magic is coming to play, where they're trying to create, like, they're trying to separate you from yourself, your calm, your demeanor, your attitude, because that's what people are focusing on now. They're seeing you and believing you. Like, there's a lot of people who believe you, not just like, I don't know, they believe you. This attempt to unnerve you, it's because you need a lot of rest. And whoever is coming up against this rest, excuse the way I look today, by the way, whoever is coming up against this rest that the collective is going through, against this like recalibration, you're in for a wild ride. Like, spirit is going to grab you by the ponytail and drag you through the mud into the basement of a prison cell. That's what's going to be happening for you. Every single day, the dread that you felt when they first struck you, the dread that you felt when you were trying to do things that make you happy, that bring you joy, you were trying to just show up as yourself. And this is what I heard today as I was making breakfast. I heard, you know what, it's unfair when somebody tries to copy someone. It's unfair because the person that's usually being copied is authentic. You don't get to have another identity, because the person who's doing the copying, that is an individual that doesn't care about themselves. They don't love themselves. They have a plethora of fake identities to choose from. But to attempt to steal something that you have authentically rooted within yourself, you don't have any other choice but to be yourself. And because of that, it's almost like you're being squeezed out of existence. You're being pushed to the corner and refused to breathe, because it is who you are. You are who you are. You didn't choose to be who you are. You developed it. You embraced it. And to come up against that is truly a form of unaliving. It is a form of unaliving. And these people are going to be held to that court, to that level, to that crime, because that was their attempt. That was their desire. And this feeling of like, this is what I was picking up on today. Whoever these people are, their goal isn't to win anymore. Their goal is to torture. Their goal is to create a feeling of like being in this agony that doesn't exist, because that's what it looks like when somebody's trying to pass off their karma. That's their karma. I am here to tell you to pass it over, to realize that what you're feeling now is a lot like PTSD. It's a lot like PTSD that shows up after the situation, perhaps years after. But everything feels so sensitive. It feels so loud, so available, so palatable, because you're coming out of the phase of being null and dulled in order to survive. You have arrived to your next location, to your next prospect. And that's why this feels like you don't even know, you can't quite pinpoint what's going on. You can't quite pinpoint and say, this is what's going on, this is what's making me feel bad. And I'm here to tell you to hand it back over to the Most High. Hand it back over and allow yourself to resume back to going into the flow. A lot of you are being asked to rest. You know, things could be like closed, things could be, especially because it's holiday season, but things could be closed or postponed. And this is a call to rest. And for those that are trying to spin spell work, this is your notification. You've been seen by the Most High, you've been seen by the Spirit. And whatever you're sending to the collective energy that is going through this transition has effectively been sent back to you. I hope you learn to find joy within yourself for real. I hope you understand that trying to torture other people isn't going to help you escape from the torture that you're in. It's only sinking you deeper. As usual, I don't reach out. Those are scammers. Everything you need to know is in the description box down below, guys. Until next time.